South Africa will host the head of the state BRICS Summit next year. What, in your view, should South Africa prioritize as chair of that meeting?
There are a few things I think South Africa should prioritize. One, of course, is to do with the Africa infrastructure development, a theme that South Africa has been punting for some time, especially since it's joined the BRICS Forum a year ago. The second aspect is to do, and it's related to that, to do with support for progress in regional integration in order to enable African countries to trade amongst each other and to develop productive capacities. The third has to do with the BRICS Bank, Development Bank, which is said to have an opportunity to play a pivotal role in facilitating trade and development finance amongst the BRICS countries. And perhaps finally, I think there needs to be a bit more concrete projects around which BRICS countries work together to learn from one another on a range of issues, including poverty alleviation and development. As we know, a number of big BRICS countries have high levels of income inequalities. There's a scope for these countries to draw lessons from one another. There are other issues, of course, that relate to agriculture and food security, a theme that is quite central in global governance discussions. And this meeting next year could provide a platform for the BRICS countries to elevate its message around agriculture and food security.
You have said that South Africa should consider its outreach to Africa beyond the G20 and the G7, for example. Why do you hold this view?
Largely because of the fact that South Africa has used the theme of Africa's development to justify why it is engaged in multilateral bodies, to give reasons to some of its positions in multilateral bodies, in the G20, in the BRICS, as well as in the World Trade Organization. But also because South Africa is a significant economy in the African continent and therefore carries some weight in projecting not only its interests but also those of other African countries. Now, to give effect to South Africa's rhetoric of being of championing Africa's interests in multilateral setting, I think it would be wise for South Africa to invite some of the key African countries selected based on their regional power characteristics. For an example, Kenya in East Asia Kenya in East Africa and Nigeria in West Africa, as well as, of course, the different multilateral bodies in Africa, especially the African Union and the African Development Bank.